Alright, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII! We are going to get into a random battle, and I'm just gonna skip it. Alright. Again, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Didn't plan on getting in a battle there, but I did accomplish getting all the level 2 limit breaks. You got Cloud's Blade Beam, which I've been working on. I'm probably pretty close to his second level 2 limit break. We got Breath of the Earth there for Aeris, probably one of the important ones, and Blood Fang. Blood Fang is just an attack, I believe. I don't think there's anything special about it other than it does more damage. Aeris' Breath of the Earth removes all status ailments except for probably Fury there. I really don't want Fury, so I'm going to take that off of him right now. I was just using that to work on getting his limit break gauge filled up faster, but I really don't need it anymore. So we are going to head to that little statue there, if we can see it. There it is. You can't really see it that well, but there it is. I just wanted to point out one thing real quick. Some of you may notice that this Let's Play isn't quite fine-tuned because I did one test run before doing this, but the test run really wasn't to make sure I knew everything about this place. It was more to make sure that my emulator and my computer can handle the emulator and the game and all of the graphical things that we will run across throughout this game. So I'm pretty much doing a run through, other than that last playthrough, the test run that I did. I'm pretty much doing a playthrough almost blind, other than the fact that I've played it so many times before on my own. So it's pretty much based on my knowledge and a few of the things that I have looked up through other Let's Play videos and through a guide that I've used, and then I implement it. Most of my runs are first run-throughs. The only ones that really haven't been so far are the ones where I've screwed up and hit the wrong button to record, so there you have it. So let's head to this little statue thing, and let's see what's going on here. Been fighting Shinra for a long time, huh? Still settled with a long war, so will you help us? Well, we don't want to push you, so... Well, they seem pretty polite, and they're fighting Shinra, so yeah, we'll help you. Alright, let's go on ahead. Woohoo! Alright, we climb up this rope. Apparently that guy disappeared on us. And here we are at Fort Condor. Let's climb up here and see what's going on. Let's talk to this guy over here sitting at the table. Never thought I'd see anyone climb up here. Your eyes are different. What's the deal with my eyes? Leave my eyes alone. Better get down before you get involved. Battlefield? Appears you have a problem with the Shinra too. You did climb off here after all. Why not listen to what I have to say? Yeah, I guess so. A huge bird, the reactor, and the condor. That's right. On the mountain is a condor and a reactor. Okay. Shinra doesn't like the idea of having a condor on top of the reactor. Why? It's not very logical. Seems there's some type of special materia in the reactor above us, so because the condors came, the Shinra rushed troops in here. The military wants to get the condor and all the villagers off this mountain. Condors are now warming their eggs, which hatch only once every few years. Ooh! We like to protect the condors from being harmed. New lives? We must protect the condor eggs, right? So, to protect the condor eggs, are you going to protect the reactor? Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to fight Shinra ourselves. That's why we hired soldiers to help us. Okay? As our sponsor, you can help us with a contribution by fighting alongside of us. What do you think? Why are you still worrying about it? You decide what we're going to do. Alright, we'll help. Alright. let me lend a hand too. Alright, so there are shops up here. Nothing important. So let's head up here. Well, maybe we have to go the other way. If we do, oh well. Nope, I went the right way. Alright, so let's talk to this guy. Thank you for accepting. So let's explain our strategy. The enemy will climb the mountain looking for the reactor. We will leave a trap for them. Hire soldiers. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. 400 gil. Hire 20 soldiers. Yes, yes. Yeah, you can all read that. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not a big fan of this part of the game. I know a lot of people are, but I'm really just not. I know you can do repetitive Fort Condor battles. Let's go with enough. Alright. We'll handle them. Not a big deal. Mini Beast, you want to deploy more attackers. That sounds pretty logical. Alright, so we're going to set the units, but before I talk about that, there's a bunch of Fort Condor battles you can do to get some items. To me, the items aren't relatively that important to the game, so this and the last one, which is later in the game, will be the only two Fort Condor battles I'll do. I've seen a lot of other people just go back and do it off screen. I'm not even going to do that. I think it's just a waste of my time, so alright, here's what we're going to do. First of all, we'll get some stoners. Haha, stoners. And we will set them to face that way. We will want one stoner to face that way. Let's put another stoner this way. And what the stoners will do is attack the enemies before they actually get to us. We are actually going to... let's see. We'll put a catapult here, too. They kind of do roughly the same thing. We'll add a catapult here. And... how else are we going to do this? Can we get another catapult in here? Apparently not. Alright, we'll just use the stoner for the right side, I guess. Alright, we'll want to have a couple of defenders here, so we'll get the defenders ready. They're slow moving, so I kind of want to have them up front. Let's put another defender here. We can move him later. Alright. We'll want an attacker here, an attacker here, and an attacker here. Okay, so we got 3 attackers. We'll want some fighters. We'll put a couple of fighters here, one over here. Attackers are strong against the beasts, which we'll be fighting a lot of in this. The fighters are pretty much universal, so they'll be useful in all areas. So we'll get 4 fighters there. And we'll also want some shooters for some of the wyverns that we'll get to. So yeah, those attackers will attack the beasts. We'll want some shooters. Okay, so what do we have here? We got 1, 2, 3 defenders. We've got 2 catapults, 4, so that's 6. 3 defenders, that's 9. A shooter's 10. We've got some fighters, that's 4 fighters, that's 14. Alright. We seem to be okay. We'll get another shooter in there. And 15. And another shooter. That's 16. And we'll also want to get some repairmen in there. we'll have them in the back ready to go. Repairer. Can I fit any more in here? Please? Apparently not. Apparently I can't get any more in here. I guess we're gonna have to subdue with one repairer. Yippee skippy. I must have the maximum. Alright, so that's gonna be my battle. Like I said, I hate this part. That's gonna be my battle formation. This is gonna be a 2-part episode. This is gonna be part 1, so I'll meet you back here for part 2.